It's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 18, Gator.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it. Slam.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Look, squeeze.
I got one.
Shoot. Now. Go.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Hey, pick it up.
Hard. Rush in. Back.
Check.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. On the return, Harris. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
At the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let him know.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air. Up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Get him.
On On third down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Foreman. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up third and 4.
Hey, Brown 80.
43. I got it.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got Allen. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on second and 8. Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Brown 80.
Brings up second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, easy, easy.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On second and 11 now. Rivers caught by Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Rivers with a first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They go play action. Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those...
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
White! General West!
43.
Here's Foreman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now McManus for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Foreman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Rivers.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Rivers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Max 22, Max 22. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw again, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's do it. On the 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
A final shot before half for Locke. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll run here with Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Get the ball. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Complete here. It's Hyde. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
49's the mic, 49's the mic. Down to lose one. 49's the mic, watch 49. Squish, squish, double, double.
Look at me. Door. Deep rip.
To throw on third down. Locke. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On first down, they're going option left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
On the ball. On the ball.
Push him back.
Hey, pick up.
49's the mic, 49's the mic.
From midfield, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yo, cheetah. Hey, wahoo!
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
49's the mic, watch 49.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check your... Hey, Sam on.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey,
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And McManus able to put it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A gain there of 12 yards at a first down L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Ready. 30 base.
No chance. Check. Fresh now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Kill. Check it out, please.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. Third down here.
Round 80. Here we go. Buffalo left.
That's 22.
Wait, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, Zoo.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
5.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
180.
Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
You. 3 down. Like 22, he's picking on.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Buying time to his left. And it's complete. Henry And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. And he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down now, Foreman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Rivers. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble, the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, lock it.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And it's 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check 20. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Red!
22, Mike, 22.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, rotate, 180.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Rivers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready, ready. 55. Better bring it. You better bring it. Now.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Break.
Mike 29. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Set, go.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.